Right.
Yeah, I'll catch you later. 3, 2. Good evening and welcome to the Defiance City Council meeting for tonight, April 28th, 2026. The meeting is now called to order. Let the record show that all the members of council are present. Would you please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I've reviewed the index minutes for our meeting of April 14th, 2026. Do we have a motion to correct or amend the index minutes as they're presented? And without any such motion, I'll endorse them. Do we have any liaison meeting reports or requests? Mr. Mast.
Yes, a request as Streets and Sidewalk Liaison. Just wanted to make note that May 12th, we'll be having a committee of the whole meeting for a presentation on street resurfacing and pavement repair.
It'll be in 2 weeks on Tuesday, May 12th, here
in Council Chambers.
Council Chambers. Thank you. Any other liaison meeting reports or requests?
I think it's 7
7
p.m.
o'clock.
7 o'clock. All right, and do we have any comments from?
Mr. President,
Yes.
I thought Mrs. Mrs. Brow reached out to you. She needed to change that date. Is that what she changed it to?
We changed it to the 12th.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Okay, for some reason I thought that was the date and we had
That was the day.
to move it later. Sorry, Mr. Mast, didn't mean to step on you,
I didn't
but
know
Mrs.
anything
Brow,
about
for
that.
whatever date we had that set, was that the date we had set all along?
I don't remember exactly if it was the 12th or I thought it was later.
When she was up
I have it
here-
right here.
When
one
she
of
was
her-
up here, she said the 12th.
I'm sorry, it was scheduled for the 12th.
Okay,
That does not work. It's being moved to the 26th.
one of her children has a musical performance.
We'll change that request for the 26th.
The
at
26th.
7 p.m. here
That's a
at,
great idea.
At these chambers, and we'll
That's okay.
have a reminder on the 12th, probably.
I glanced down and looked at my notes and saw 12th, and I'm like, oh, move from the 12th to the 26th. But
Sorry about that.
Good catch,
Caught
Mayor.
it?
good
I knew you
catch.
had a look on your face like there was wheels were turning.
That they were turning.
Slowly.
Do we have any comments from council this evening? All right, that any- Mayor McCann.
I'm gonna punt to my city administrator, Mr. President.
Mr. Mack.
I actually have nothing for you at this time, Mr. President.
Wow. Mr. O'Donnell.
I do, Mr. President. It's been brought to our attention, actually we've known this for a while, that the Andrew L. Tuttle Memorial Museum Curator of Exhibits, Jan Bechtel, is retiring this week. And normally we don't make a big show about a city employee retiring, but working at the Tuttle is a labor of love, if you will, and it's we recognize it's definitely more than a paycheck for these folks, and we just want to say we appreciate her years of service and happy trails. And then it's also been brought to our attention that residents and members of the community have been receiving I would consider fraudulent traffic tickets and parking tickets from nonsensical government entities. And they actually make them look real, and we would just ask that everyone be mindful of what they're receiving by text message. The city of Defiance doesn't send parking tickets by text message. In fact, we don't even get parking tickets. Given the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals case law, it's very difficult to do that. But we certainly don't do it by text message, and no courts that I'm aware of send official notices by text message. So if you or maybe some of your elderly parents and loved ones are receiving those, maybe take a second look before you click on any QR code or anything like that. That's all I have.
Right. And that's rather common. I've been asked questions, 2 or 3 individuals in the last week or so, questions, and my message to them is that reputable law enforcement or court activity is not transacted by text. You will receive something in the mail, and usually not even by email. But if you have a question, call the local police department or call the local court system before you transact any finances, and you're not notified the day that money has to be transacted for something, or they're not gonna come and pick you up. That's typically a symptom that someone's trying to hustle you. That's a good point.
That's all I have.
And Ms. Sprague?
I just have a handful of purchase orders. The first one's for water distribution, Ohio asphalt paving, open purchase order for $15,000 for asphalt repairs from water main breaks. Water pollution control, West Tech Engineering, the replacement for the south digester, $183,600. Parks and Rec, Goliath Tree and Lawn Service, storm damage tree cleanup, $15,000. Streets, Tri-County Fuels, just fuel, $18,304. Water pollution control, Signs Excavating, Kingsbury Force Main Repair, $22,734.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? All right, we have 2 items for consideration this evening. Oh, that's true. That we all received the financials and the bill payments via email from Ms. Sprague without any objections or corrections, or with any motions to correct. The financials and the bill payments are hereby approved. We have 2 items of legislation for consideration.
First reading by caption only, an ordinance authorizing the city law director and the chief of police to execute an information sharing agreement for access to the law enforcement automated data system, providing for the defense against any allegations of a breach of the agreement and declared an emergency.
Mr. O'Donnell.
Mr. President, the law enforcement automated data system is administered by the Ohio Department of Public Safety here in Ohio. And what it is a tool for our law enforcement agencies to view the prior criminal history, prior criminal records of a defendant or suspect. And what we like to do as law enforcement agencies is to share that data, especially with my department, the law department, so that we can see who we're prosecuting and what records and prior convictions that they might have. And we're viewed as what's called a non-terminal criminal justice agency. We're classified that way by the Ohio Administrative Code. And in order for certain other law enforcement agencies to share that data with us, we need to have what's called an information exchange agreement or information sharing agreement in place between that terminal agency, which is like the police division or the sheriff's office, and then our law department. This ordinance authorizes the heads of that division and the department to go ahead and execute that agreement. And we recognize the sort of the spectacle that an agreement between 2 subdivisions of the city might create. And so for that reason, and for the what I would call some contractual irregularities, we're asking for some protection for the signatories to that agreement in case there's a breach of contract claim or something like that. ODPS has relayed to us that they view this more as a memorandum of understanding than a formal contract. However, I mean, we're dealing with a lot of sensitive information. There's Department of Corrections inmates out there who like to test the boundaries of the legal system and file all sorts of lawsuits. So just as a precaution, we're asking for you to approve this bill.
Do we have any questions for Mr. O'Donnell?
No further question.
I have a question.
Mrs. Crutch?
What did you do before this happened? I mean, as far as getting the information before, working with the police department. I mean, to have an ordinance for this, I mean, there had to be something in place before.
So we did some research because this came to a head with myself. Taking a close look at what they were asking us to sign. I will tell you, I did consult with my predecessor, Mr. Williams, before, and he claimed that he did something very similar to this. This is actually where I got the idea.
Gotcha.
It is, because he had the same kind of concerns about two city employees signing a contract purportedly binding city subdivisions of the city without the contractual capacity. And in so doing, they could potentially not be binding the city and binding themselves. And that was an issue that we both have identified. I'm not trying to put words in Mr. Williams' mouth, but
Right.
we did talk about it at length some. And,
Okay.
I think Mr. O'Donnell, what Mrs. Crutch was asking though was, how were we getting this information?
Before
What system were we using before we were using Lead?
leads, yeah.
before Leeds,
I mean,
We
we've
were
always used leads.
Leads is what they use.
Leeds has been around for some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not something that was on the radar, and Ohio Department of Public Safety conducts audits every year, and this past year, it happened to be when they started looking for those agreements.
Okay.
But the purpose of this ordinance
Mhm.
is to do what?
To authorize the execution of the information exchange agreement and protect the parties that are signing.
Right,
Perfect.
gotcha, thank you.
Mr. Corbett?
And how long will it be in effect until the people that sign change, or is this a yearly?
It's an every year thing.
Every year thing?
Every year.
Mr. Waxler?
No further question. We'll suspend the call.
Second, Mr. Mast?
Mr. Engel?
Yes.
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
Mr. Mass?
Yes.
Mrs. Crutch? Yes. Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
And Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Motion adopted.
Motion to adopt, Mr. Engel?
Second.
Second, Ms. Kaufman?
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
Mr. Mass?
Yes.
Mrs. Crutch? Yes. Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
And Mr. Engel?
Yes.
With that, this ordinance is adopted.
First reading by caption only, a resolution declaring their services to be provided to territory proposed for annexation upon annexation, consenting to annexation, and establishing zoning restrictions, RC 709.023C.
And Mr. O'Donnell?
Thank you, Mr. President. The Fort Defiance Humane Society is seeking to annex 6.972 acres into the city for its new facility. This would be a unanimous, what we call type 2 annexation. And as the clerk noted, section 709.023C of the Ohio Revised Code requires council to adopt a resolution stating what services that we would provide as a city and an approximate date when we would provide them. The property, as you can see here, lies on the south side of Elliott Road, and we do have infrastructure already in the Elliott Road corridor, so it would not be difficult to serve this parcel. But the Board of Commissioners for Defiance County does need to see the resolution so stating, and then once we do that, we can move forward with the annexation process.
Any questions in regards to this resolution? Mr.
No question. Suspend the call.
Second, Mr. Corbett?
Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
Mrs. Crutch? Yes. Sorry. Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Mr. Mass?
Yes.
Mr. Engel?
Yes.
And Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Motion to adopt, Mr. Corbett?
Second.
Second, Mrs. Crutch?
Mrs. Crutch? Yes. Mr. Mass?
Yes.
Mr. Engel?
Yes.
Mr. Corbett?
Yes.
Mr. Hancock?
Yes.
Mr. Waxler?
Yes.
And Ms. Kaufman?
Yes.
All right. With that, this resolution is also adopted. With the items of legislation addressed, are there any citizens' concerns, anything that, questions for council? All right,
Motion to adjourn.
we have a motion to adjourn. Mr. Corbett?
Second.
Second, Mr. Mast. All those in favor of adjourning for this evening, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, we are adjourned.